They ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. Prepare for a long repeat. Alright, coming from the border emergency. I ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. Prepare for a long repeat. Pocket for a long repeat, gotta count up and I've been down. Picture going about 100 miles. Battle up, can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always don't go. Taking me to pin town. PO said slow down, so I come away and I skip town. 16 was on underage, there's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said true wide, no 10 times. I mean like a man, even if your eyes cocked up there too. Touchdown like I had a six with a shimmy, nigga, that's a pump move. Don't be worried about what strong dude. Do you and I'ma do I. So the boy got a paint job with a clear coat and some fall guy. The girlfriend even took a beat. I was fresh meat, no big five. Get me win and Beyonce, put a ring on it at a lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee and I'm shooting three. Put sweating into the green. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins in a bell tip. Open up, let me splash it. Rock the world. Call the federal board emergency. I ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. Prepare for a long repeat. Alright, call the federal board emergency. I ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. Prepare for a long repeat. Second round of the fight, something ain't right. I gotta do my work. You walking through the air, no night flight. Then what them people say? Got one life to live, and I put 15 on the road. Hit the ground, running rabbit past the Usain Bolt. Don't like 2 faint signs so far, can't be taught. 19 is crunch time, and send it home like a walk-off. AMG on steroid, get the flex muscle with a nightmare. Coming for us, no one, just no, I don't fight fair. Good fight, no fight fair. Hot rounds out of hot barrel. Put the mic in the head, lock into the tap, 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 tap there. Short LCPR. What the hell are you me for? Took him to the water, let him up. Time for you a lifeguard. I'm a whole damn lifeguard. Been there through this shark. Might show me it was hard. Get skatebooks and I count cards. Play my hand for the W. Time to talk about who is who. They be on this, who is who. I'm on the surfboard when I'm coming through. Strout.
Check 1, check 2, check 3. This is your boy, Mr. Know It All, and I'm here with Hood Talk and introducing the lovely Miss Bella, ready to get the show started. So, tell them what we on tonight.
Well, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube and Mr. Know It All on Facebook. You want to send him some love, there's the information scrolling across the bottom of the screen. But one other thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing.
Alrighty.
Yeah, but before we get started, we're going to do a shout out. You can carry on. Okay.
Shouts out to Jamal, Slim Slugger, Brooks. It's a funeral this weekend. If you not know or whatever, it's Saturday. For any other information, you can hit me in the inbox or something after the show or tomorrow, and I'll get with you.
Yeah, my condolences to the family, you and the family. But getting started on this subject tonight, we want to talk about relationships with your friends, your pals, your loved ones, your boo, your side piece, whatever it may be. So we want to talk and know, how do relationships go bad?
Mm.
Why can't people get along?
We're gonna learn today.
Hmm. Friends, relationships, family, how do it go bad? So all those ways, what happened when your relationship go bad with people? Whether it's like the love, or the love, love, love,
What's up? What's up? What's up? Careless Jones. Appreciate the shots out. Um, what we talking about? Go ahead, break it down one more time.
So, how do relationships go bad? Do you just wake up and it just happened? You had nothing to do with it? Or maybe you just didn't know it was bad. What if you're in a relationship you don't know is bad? Or what if you and your family have beef you don't even know you have beef?
That can happen. Um, I was in a spot. It happened a little while ago, but somebody invited somebody. Somebody stopped by the people's house, and they didn't like it. They don't fuck with them no more, and they was mad because their family didn't make them leave or whatever. They don't stay at the house. They stay like across the street, but they were, you know, pissed off and had their gun out, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So even when it come to your mama and people close to you, sometimes just you lining yourself up with the wrong person can cause friction within your family. You know, you got some people, if they just see you messing with the wrong people, they really kind of done with you and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I can say bad company. You know, you start hanging out with bad company and people kind of, it's kind of like you thinking somebody down with you and they know somebody else your enemy. And that's the same thing what happened with Big Meech. He get out, God damn it, 50 Cent been trying to help his family make money, put them in the show, all this kind of stuff. Then what did he do? 50 Cent probably would let some stuff pass because he was making money with them. But he got together with his arch enemy, Rick Ross, and it made him snap out. It made him change. He like, I don't even fuck with y'all no more. I don't care how much money I done made off y'all, with y'all, whatever. You know, now I'm gonna destroy you. And he had a good thing, you know, something he said a long time ago. He said, if you fuck with somebody and you find out they messing with somebody, you know, they on the fence about who they messing with and person they messing with, it's best to just don't ride no fence. You let them go ahead, go. You know, it's just like if you got a girl and say she mess with your arch enemy, or she friends with your arch enemy, man, you know you and somebody else that had beef and all this old type of stuff. Y'all don't like each other worth damn. And you watch your girl walk up and hug him or do something, you know, and you like, well, you be like, you got to cut off. You got to, you know what I'm saying? It's just that raw because people that fuck with people that you really don't fuck with like that, and they know you don't fuck with like that. It's like you either my enemy or my friend. When you out here in these streets, and you know it's already hard to trust certain people. when people close to you seem like they don't care what type of crowd they hang around, or the kind of people that they kind of start bringing towards you. Sometimes they don't understand how people move. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I mean, I can say,
Okay, so just say for instance, you're with somebody and they have a problem with someone that you're friends with. So you should cut your friend off because she has a problem or had beef with that person.
you said, say it again.
So
If
so say for instance,
uh,
you've been knowing this person 20 years.
right,
You've been knowing the person you're dating, like in relationship with 5 years.
uh-huh.
So she have beef with somebody you've been friends with 20 years. So if she have beef with that person, you should cut that person off from 20 years because she have beef with them.
And she my girl.
Right.
Yeah,
So you should cut that off.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing is that if you and y'all team. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I put it way, even in basketball land or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like soon as somebody become a teammate with somebody else, it's like an instant bond. They hanging out every day, they doing all this here. See, even though you might have known somebody 20 years, how many times you spent the night with them? How many times you sat around and talked to them from, dusk dawn to daybreak or whatever. I mean, it's going to the closeness you should have with your girl or your significant other should be way past a bond you had with a friend that y'all just hang out or something every now and then. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody you sharing yourself with and all that you supposed to trust with your life, basically.
Hmm. Okay.
So if it was like that and I felt, if I felt like Joe got a beef, if I had a girl and she had a beef with one of my partners, whatever, I had to let it go. One of them got to go. And like I say, the person you got the connection with, if you plan on staying with this girl 20 more years, it's time to cut them loose. Because um people don't, that's when it come down when they say loyalty, like even when people get married, first thing they say is when preacher be preaching, oh, everybody over here, this and that, this couple is coming together as one, you know what I'm saying? This a team, should nobody else break this bond that these was not. People don't take it serious. That's why a lot of men don't like getting married and a lot of women don't get married because it's just not taken serious. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
like if we down like this here, that mean I put it away. You know how like that girl that got that boyfriend that the parents might hate her, this and that, but she still stick by him, this and that. That, you know, a lot of time that dude don't never go nowhere. They had to deal with that dude for 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And then they get to the point they like, fuck it. She gonna be with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They just go ahead and just accept it because they know, hell, she ready to, it's just like anything. People get together and they move out of town with each other. How many friends you just say, hey, let's go move to Minnesota? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you got to think about the dynamics of y'all. How many friends you got that y'all share bills, share a car? person picking you up at the middle of the night or whatever, y'all down like this here. You got to look at that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
These folks just casualties of war when you're on the outside like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you going and this supposed to be your ride or die, whatever, it's casualty war. That Bonnie and Clyde mentality. Them two against the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
So sometimes, like, I think sometimes people don't realize it like that, but it is really did that like that a lot. Like say, a woman sometimes will say, I ain't going out hang with him like this here because my dude don't like this. That's like cutting that, choosing and saying, nah, you ain't gonna fuck up what's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them don't care. I see dudes in the grocery store with their girl, this and that, and you see people going to the grocery store together and doing all type of things together because they down with each other. They don't give a damn, what's not like just like people be wearing matching clothes and same color or whatever. I mean, let somebody touch one of them to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So it is them against the world. It might not just show like that. The man might be kind of aloof or whatever. But put your hands on this girl or do something, and think it ain't going down. That's what most people know. Even police know. The worst thing you can do is get between domestic dispute, because anytime you get in a domestic dispute when it's people that family or anything that they love each other, they still love each other. They might be fighting or whatever. Let you hit one of them and then see how
It's gonna be a problem.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like let you come off on this. That's why a lot of men and other people decide not to jump in people's business, because okay, you with this dude, you had to love him. Yeah, you might holler and but as soon as somebody do something to him or it hurt him bad, shit, you might pull up your damn little pistol and shoot a dude or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't realize it's so many ways to protect yourself. It's so many little stun guns, mace, bear mace. I mean, pistols galore, little hand pistols, lighter pistols. There's so many little things that you can buy or whatever to protect yourself. It's no reason. That's why a lot of people just don't walk around here scared no more, because a lot of people got all kind of stuff they got on to protect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the gun range all the time. It's people, I know partners that go to the gun range and they might seem like, just, kind of subtle, very quiet, this and that. But you don't want no problem with them.
No.
Half of them keep a gun on them all the time. You know what I'm saying? They'll pull that thing up. They're so used to just doing it a certain kind of way, they'll pull that thing up, cock it, and shoot you 5 times before you know it. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't best of them.
And that's why you shouldn't be out here playing with people like you don't know. Or, that's what that whole level of respect thing now. You know what I'm saying? Respect the kids, respect everybody, no matter how big, how small they is or whatever. Have a level of respect, because guess what? The killer of all men is disrespect. As soon as you start trying to disrespect somebody and think ain't nothing gonna happen, that's how half of the people die. You know what I'm saying? Trying to disrespect somebody.
Yeah.
So, yep. What up, Cynthia? Up in his house, up in this thing.
Hello.
What's up? What's happening? Yeah. Well, let's get into these subjects. It's time to start some mess or something.
Well, I'm sure you enjoy that part.
Come on with it.
So, poor communication. That's like one of the number one thing. Would you say yay or nay? Or maybe so?
Mm.
Because if you have poor communication, that can lead to misunderstanding in your relationship with the person. You know how sometimes you can text something and the text sound different from what you intended.
Mm.
Or you can say something, and if the person took it wrong, you have to have justification of what you were saying or meaning, you know.
Mm.
So communication skills, you got to be able to talk to each other for one. Are you with us tonight or where you at?
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah. The hammer's business. Okay, good. Business wait for no man. Okay, go ahead. Okay. So poor communication can be anything. It can be, like you said, like not letting the other person know what exactly bothers them about, what's going on, what you're doing, or this and that. Because a lot of times we sit back and we take stuff and it might bother us, but we don't say nothing about it. We just let it build up and build. And,
yeah.
that part.
That's when the snap goes.
Yep.
Kelly
Yeah.
said, no encouragement let you know your other don't give a dang about what you're doing either way, him or her. Yep.
Yeah. And that's a good way to look at it because sometimes you can tell in life and in a relationship, how well somebody might care or don't care um, just by their actions. Um, like you said, sometimes people just get to don't kind of care what's going on, what you're doing, whatever. And I done seen that in a bunch of different relationships where it gets so bad that it's like um you just sometimes it's just like you want the person to it's like sometimes you don't know if a person want to leave or not, but you really don't want a person to be miserable with you. And I was thinking about something, the other day. I was talking to one of my cousins and just, and a friend today. And, with people staying in the house and living in two separate rooms, trying to outlive each other, um, you know, um, it's like sometimes you see people exercise and stuff today just trying to outlive their spouse or something in the house. They just can't wait till the other one die. Um, it seems you never want to be them people. Them people just wasting away in the same house, not liking each other, not. and a lot of little stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's terrible if you just, waiting for the other person to depart, than just say, we can't work, but maybe you can, and you just choose not to make it a happy place.
I think when them folks get in their 60s and 70s and been together so long, it just, I don't know. I guess if you start hating each other at that time, or what's the name? But I think it's different now. I think more people will try to leave, here and there.
Mm.
But I think it's according on people on their feet or what they there for. Sometimes you got a woman that might just hang around because she getting her bills paid. Um, Sometimes you got a man hanging around just because he got a place to lay his head. And
That's how most relationships are. People do it for their comfort. If you get too uncomfortable, most people they leave. You know.
yeah. But like I heard him say back in the day, back in the old love days, people used to find a reason to stay, and now people find reason to leave. Over any old kind of thing. People just try to find a way. Like I don't want to, I don't want to do that no more. Like people just find a way to leave, and
Yeah.
I think it's sad when it just, you know, it's kind of all kind of little stuff like, you know, sometimes just being a man is too much for a woman. Just being a man, just being a whole man. Sometimes women want you to be something that you can't be. Um, docile. Uh, a lot of manly men are called misogynists, just by the way they think. Um, just sometimes, just a common sense way of thinking is not how people want to. What's name? People don't want to move like that. I mean, like different ways to do a lot of things. Just how you move, how you raise kids. Two people in the same household trying to raise a child two different kind of ways can fall out. Little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I think ladies raise children without a level of discipline and without a level of letting them figure it out. And I think the world is made up of most men that like to try to figure out stuff. Like when you get in different situations, it's just like if a dude pull a gun on you, it's like you trying to figure out a way to live or not go to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And people don't understand just that just teaching a child little stuff will help them later on just how to not getting all hurry up and got to get something done. Sometimes you got to figure it out. It's just like that's why you don't really see a lot of women putting like a lot of things with a lot of parts together because they want something quick. They want something they get, oh, it got three places, bam, 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 bam. Okay, I got that together. Anything that got a lot of parts to it, you really don't see, you know, ladies just trying to put something together that you need 4, 5 different tools with it. They want something to say, oh, all you need is a screwdriver and a hammer, and you can put this together. They look at that box and oh, that's all I need. Bam, getting that. You know what I'm saying? So I just think we done got to this place that everybody wants stuff that to come so easy, and they don't want to see nobody struggle a little bit. Everybody want to help somebody struggle, but struggling to do something is actually helping a person's character, because once he gets it done, he feel good about it, that he did it on his own. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people look at that part of teaching a child or teaching somebody something to do. How proud somebody is. Like even somebody if somebody sit there and paint their whole room by themselves, after they get done, they are so proud of themselves, of what they did, their accomplishment, especially if it looked good and they got everything kind of nice. They love that they did it all by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And people
Mhm.
don't understand that goes from 19 to 90. You know what I'm saying? You got 90-year-olds that's happy that they can just put on their clothes by themselves. Get out the way. I got this. You know what I'm saying? So people don't realize it takes a lot of teamwork to do certain things, but a lot of people take pride in showing. I remember helping my watching my daughter her first time trying to change her oil, change her oil herself, and she was changing and all that. And, it's like I had to come in and just say, just say a little thing after I seen her, kind of not get it right, all the way right. She was doing good, but it's like, the little stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, not putting but a quarter oil in that thing or something. Okay, but just getting it, just getting it right at the end. Sometimes you just need a person to say, oh, you missed this. Just you have to do that. And they do it and it's good, but people want to be able to do stuff themselves.
Mhm.
And I think sometimes that communication can cause a lot of stuff to go bad. That's right. I almost locked that motor up because it just be little stuff that sometimes that a pop or somebody that know because he watching did not want to get into it, but you want to watch the whole thing and be like, no, but you want somebody to try to do it themselves. You know what I'm saying? And just like I trained my daughter to to handle a lot of stuff herself. She changed oils, push-ups, she know how to mow a yard, she can run a lawnmower, every lawnmower out here she can run, she can run every weed eater out here. Because daddy said you need to at least know these skills. You know what I'm saying? Even if you never use it again, you'll know 'em. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So sometimes it ain't the fact that you want somebody to, be a slave or do something that they don't want to do or anything. It's sometimes teaching them a skill that gonna transit them, it gonna go run with them for a long time. And they can always jump back on that skill one day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep. Next one. Come on.
Unmet expectations.
Lead it off. Lead it off. What you got to say about it?
Like you'll be in a situation and you're expecting, unrealistic expectations. Like standards that you want for your partner or friend that you see on TV or see this way. You want it to be that way.
Move
And
it type.
yeah, so it'll lead you to disappointment when those expectations aren't met. You think that this knight in shining armor will be nice and kind to you, and they only there for the representative part. And after the 30 days, that's over with. The real them come out.
Mhm.
You know. So you're expecting so much more commitment and this person to wine and dine and be nice, give you cards and flowers. You don't get any of that anymore after so long. You're expecting if you started, keep it up, but people don't do that. You're expecting a person to treat you like you would treat them, and it don't always be that way. You have unexpected expectations.
And I think some of that stuff is uh like you said, I think some of it is force fed because I think when I say force fed, I mean like you got people that they trying to make men romantic and other stuff that never was. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like trying to make a woman clean that don't like cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Or make a woman cook that don't like cooking. I mean, y- she might try it out and get on it for a month or two, but eventually they're gonna start easing on back to
They're
what she
getting comfortable.
what she like, what she really like. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
a real
It's just
person.
yeah, it's like exercising, like going to the gym. You might go to the gym and boom, boom, boom. But if a person really don't want to go, they really don't want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we have to look at it in that type of way too. You know what I'm saying? Like but yeah. Bam, next one. Oh,
Unmet expectations. That's what we just did. Okay.
no, I hit the wrong thing. Go ahead.
You have different priorities.
Lead it off. Come on with it.
Like you have different life goals or life values. It can create tension.
Yeah.
If you have a value to save and the other person has a value of spending, you don't have a goal, you're not thinking about your life where you should be in 5, 10 years or 20 years.
Mm.
Some people just live day to day, go buy a shirt from the store every day and just put it on, and that's how you live. And you go shopping, wear the latest brand of shoes, and for yourself. You're not saving, you don't have any goals or expectations. That can create problems for someone that's really thinking about being with someone consistently.
Mm. Careless Jones said, limited finances trying to make a millionaire lifestyle out of thin air. That's why I feel like he's saying. Because what I'm thinking with that is I can feel what they saying. Like sometimes you know how they say trying to live like the Joneses.
Yeah,
You know,
and
make
that'd be a lot of problem.
trying to make yourself seem like you kind of doing way better than you really are.
Then you are.
And
Just how people go and they buy items that they can't afford to show people that they can live this way, or are they living this way, and you really not.
yeah.
You around here living on a $50,000 budget on social media, but you're only making 12. How is that possible?
Well, it's just like I talked to somebody today, and they were like, they coming into some money, but sometimes people want too much. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people just want too much. Like it's just like it's just like we in Mississippi, one of the poorest state around here, and when you think about the average income and all that, but you got people trying to move in $250,000 houses, $300,000 houses, $400,000 houses. It's really just for a look, because when you think about it, if you thought about how much you make and how much it would take you by yourself, because you can't count on, see, the problem is when we do stuff, you try to count on somebody else's income. And they say you always, whenever you finna buy some, rent some, whatever, they say you should be making 3 times what that income, that what that is a month if you gonna get it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But me being the type of person that I don't believe in loan and finance, and the long financial stuff, because to me it's like it's handicapping you. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you save your money and you get something and you go out here and buy you something, and you can take out, because see, the other thing is, if you get something and about time it's time to pay it off, you don't even like it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have something for a long time and you start paying on it, it's like you never get a chance to enjoy it. It's like if you go ahead buy it, then you can enjoy it. And then, one day you can sell it and you can go jump something else or whatever. But I think these days you have to buy something pretty much you like, even if it costs just a little more than what's name. Because I remember I started buying certain clothes, certain shoes, and this and that, because I said, I'm gonna buy it because I like it and I know I'm gonna keep wearing it. If you buy something and you just buying it to match your outfit or just to do this for the night or this, that, might be the only night you wear it. You might wear it 2 times in your whole life or something. Then you're gonna be trying to throw it away because you never really liked it. You just got it because, and women do this a lot, to match outfit or match this or match that, you know, like even with some shoes, you buy, oh Lord, this the only color they had. I mean, I'm just gonna get this because it matches, but you don't like the shoe, really. You know what I'm saying? So people got to understand that part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, yep, yep. What we need? Come on with it. That's a good one now.
Lack of trust. So when you feel like you don't believe that the other person is reliable or honest or faithful, and it often lead to constant suspicions of doubt, lack of emotional security, making it difficult to build a healthy connection. In relationships, sometimes that can fall to the intimacy with each other. You can't rely on the other person to act, in your best interest. So, they don't trust you.
Hmm. When I think of lack of trust, I think of not just lack of trust as in like somebody turning on you or telling on you, or anything. I think lack of trust goes way deeper. Um, like I think when people are in any kind of relationship, are you trusting that that person is like a real friend or a real, or in this relationship um to the end, or they just using the relationship for a means? And I think the only time I ever been disappointed in certain relationships out there, when you see like if um if the relationship is based on, what'd you say, one way, um because I think sometimes people don't realize relationships, everything they're getting out of a relationship. Like when women in relationships with men, they don't realize they're getting a certain level of protection, a certain level of um, knowing that somebody will be there for them or this and that. And I think that's what a lot of people want, that type of trust. That trust to say, is this person gonna be there when I really need this person? Or can they be, you know, like I done had friends that, with a bad conversation or a bad, what's the name, they out. You know what I'm saying? Like if you realize that you've been friends with somebody for a while, but it don't take much for them to turn off or be mad at you and go a whole separate way, act like they never um knew you or something, they probably most likely it don't feel like they was ever truly your friend.
So you wouldn't trust them, or what are you saying?
I mean, that's that trust part in it, because in your head you thinking, because a lot of relationships that because you know them for a while, or this and that, but a lot of people are in it for certain things, and if they ain't getting what they think they in it for, even if you don't even know why they in it, a lot
Right.
of people are in certain situations trying to get something out of it, and if they don't feel like they getting what they want, without you knowing, they'll do some other stuff and everything. Now, poof, gone, bye bye. You know, well, I mean, and that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have people that constantly question the other's actions or their motives, their whereabouts, and things like that can lead to accusations or the person being defensive. So, constant questioning, that is a lack of trust. You're always suspecting this person is doing this or that. Or I wonder if this person doing this and that. And you're not realizing, probably from past things you've gone through, is causing you to have a lack of trust for the person.
Mm.
So do you think something like that will be fair? If that person hasn't caused any of those things to you, why would they have to suffer the consequences of what you've experienced in life to have to be handled that way because of your lack of trust? You already don't even communicate. You don't know how to communicate openly. So I understand, like, a lot of times if the trust is ever broken, the person struggles to share their thoughts again. So you hide of the need of feeling honest to the person. That's a lack of trust. You have emotional distance. You
So
know,
you
you don't.
went on both sides because it sounds like you saying on both sides, kind of like
I
it's a
mean,
lack
of
of
course.
trust. It's a lack of trust because maybe this person have done this before. You know, like say somebody do something and then they lie about it, and you find
Mhm.
out that they lied about it.
Right.
Then you ask them about it another time, and they lie about it again. You know they lying, but you just saying, okay, but
Just what you just trying to see if they gonna lie again. A lot of times people may
yeah,
lie to save their
lot of people do
lives.
that. A lot of people do that. A lot of people ask people. It's like just like people ask people the same question in three different and four different ways. You know what I'm saying? It's like once a person lie to you, it's just like saying once somebody okay, let's say like once somebody cheat on somebody, right?
Hmm.
Okay. And however they did it, however they did it, or what time of night they did it, or what time of morning, or whatever, that time becomes a trigger. Like if you caught somebody at 2 in the morning kissing on somebody or cheating, every time 2 in the morning you thinking, that motherfucker, where is that motherfucker at? If that motherfucker ain't with me, that motherfucker probably doing the same shit. You feel what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You don't think people have that kind of what's name? Because like a lot, like I put it away. It's like if you know somebody, if you start seeing somebody routine and you see them do something on Thursday, you see them do something on a Sunday, and then you see them kind of switch. They don't switch it up, but they every time it's gonna go certain days, but all of a sudden they move different on this day. Then they move different on that day. Then next thing you know, later on, you see them and then be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you can kind of peep out like days that you feel like something ain't right. So then them days become trigger days. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, Thursday or Sunday or this and then that, it's one of them days you be like, yep, motherfucker out there doing something. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no damn business. You know what I'm saying? Because you watching how they move.
But you know how I do? I don't watch how people move because everybody can switch up, right? I listen to the conversation. If you really have a connection with this person, you just listen to how they talk, how their conversation. You'll know exactly who they're going to hang out with. If it's that time of night, if they're going to be out there all night, you know how people move if you get to know the person. But that be the thing, you'd be so adamant about trying to see what that person doing till you don't realize you tell on yourself. So people need to be observant of those you be in a relationship with.
Or you can lose yourself trying to keep
Trying
up.
to catch up with them. Yes, and that's terrible. You
And then
can
I think
worry yourself to death for
that's the
nothing.
that's the worst thing. And I think what did it to me was the age 50. Once I turned 50, it's just something about 50. I was like, I'm not finna be worried. I'm back. I'm on the back end of this goddamn lifetime. And a motherfucker doing something, goddamn, they just doing it, goddamn. And I ain't finna be worrying myself. I ain't finna be chasing behind women and trying to, what you did? Shit, I'm not finna do that shit no more. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It done became into that life thing that I'm like, man, it is what it is. I mean, shoot.
Well, you know what you got. You know what you got. It don't take long to realize.
Read that from a boy.
I
Really?
see what Miss Bella is saying about being insecure with your new lover because of your past relationships. But in my experience or cases, I think the person I'm dating hates me because they can't get away with anything because I know the game. I know I may be wrong with sometimes, but 75% of the time, I'm right.
Uh,
So is the relationship
pow,
worth
pow,
holding
pow,
on?
pow,
Look,
pow,
look,
pow,
hold on.
pow. That is,
So,
listen. Hold
no,
on a second. No, hold on a second. No, let me. What's that? Rizzo, boy, if you didn't say the right thing, see one thing about it, game recognize game. And boy, when you recognize that game result, and I know what you're thinking. Because when you know the game, people hate it because they trying to run. It's just like a person running up to me and talking about, you know, I ain't drunk, but you smell liquor on them. I ain't smoking, but you smell smoke on them. I ain't doing this. I ain't cheating, but you goddamn it, you goddamn it, you're moving a certain kind of way, and you acting a certain kind of way. It just a lot of things that you done seen over the years, especially when you out here in the streets. Cause me and Rizzo, all us used to run together, boom, boom. We done seen everything under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun. We done seen it all, did it all. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can look at somebody and you can say they can be doing something like, man, they think they so smooth. They ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? The shit they trying to do now, the shit, the smell they trying to throw me out for, all they did is throw the smell right there in my face. I can see what they doing or what they trying to do before they even trying. It's like you said, how a person talk sometimes and how they moving or this and that or how they trying to throw you off. Oh, I'm just gonna go out here, hang out this person, this and that. Whatever little bullshit they trying to pull on you, Rizzo. You can see that shit a mile away. And you just be like, okay.
so apparently the
You know?
25% that you not right about, so it must be enough for you to stay in the situation. Is that what you're saying? He said
I don't know.
75% of the time he's
Rizzo,
right.
is the other 25% worth you staying, Rizzo?
Yeah, where are you staying?
You gonna say, goddamn, he just got that motherfucker mad because you know the game, goddamn it. Shit. Be like, hey, don't try that. I already know what you finna do. Just calm down. I already know that. I already know that one. Okay, come on with the next one.
Unresolved conflicts. So, like, you
That's
have a problem.
That's that going to sleep mad thing they be talking about. Don't go to sleep mad or something like that.
That part. Or you never address the issue that's a problem. And it just
Yeah.
keep building and building. That's how
Or
people
jumping
stay.
around the issue because they don't want to talk about it because they know a lot of. I'm gonna tell you, sometimes people don't want to be wrong. Sometimes, so instead of being wrong, they want to just jump around and all those kind of stuff. Big dog said they leave. And that is true. Unresolved conflicts. But you know what? Some people I learned, some people like conflict, and I think they just got to have the right person because you can hear two people argue and two people that still love each other and be together like this here. And then you can see other two people that don't argue and how they get along and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They say they feel like they in jail. Yeah. And you know what? Rizzo, and you right. When you know the game too much and this and that, and they can't really get away with, they feel like Sometimes they feel like they moving on eggshells because they don't know what they really want to do, or the shit they trying to get over to try to do. They already can kind of tell that you already know what they doing. I'm swear to God, Rizzo, I bet you it's a woman right now sitting there wanting to doing something wrong and sitting up there saying, I know he gonna find out. Or he gonna pop up, or he gonna this and that, because it sometimes I put it away. I done did in the past. Sometimes sometimes you don't want the other person to feel like you stupid. So sometimes you just show up to show a person I ain't that slow. I know what you're doing. I know how you move. I know your little ins and outs and this and that. And if I wanted to see this all the time, I could, but I choose not to. But every now and then, I'm gonna let you know that I kind of know what's going on. I might not, you know, uh, dwell on it or chase behind it all the time, because, like I said, you'll lose yourself just chasing behind something all the time. But you just let a joker know every now and then. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, slow. I've been out here a while. Okay. That part. What up, man? Read it.
Man, I have popped up in females, and they literally start crying and screaming, I can't do nothing.
And then they do that, just their body language. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, don't come over here. Oh, don't do it. And then, it's like you say, it's like they um women know sometimes that they doing wrong, or they doing something that they ain't got no business. But the thing about it is, I think a lot of men, um, that's why it's good for a woman to have a emotionally stable man or something like that. Because if you get one of these emotionally unstable men, you start playing these goddamn games and they know the game, you're gonna end up in a box somewhere. Because a lot of these dudes, when they catch you doing something that you told them that you wasn't gonna do, or this and that, they snaps out. And them the worst kind of relationships be in. And you know, I think these days, like, the worst part about everything, I don't even think that a lot of women realize that they are attracting bums a lot of times. So it's like women be like, oh yeah, all these people be chasing after me. And then some of they dudes, a lot of dudes ain't got cars, and they got, so they be acting like they be getting top tier dudes. And then they always talking about the same dudes that chase other, these old broke ass niggas. You listen to women talk about dudes and you be like, where are these dudes? Because, you know, I know, I count, that's when you have to say birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurry with the point. It's all good. And look, I got to go a little slow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna. How they say? I'm gonna get it out one day. Let me go to the next little what's name before I was name. I'm stuttering too much. Come on with it.
Inability to be vulnerable or taking accountability of your actions. A lot of people think about when you say a person being vulnerable, that means a sense of just being weak, crying. It doesn't mean anything like that. Being able to be open to discuss issues, you know, that may be vulnerable to you because some information you share, somebody may hold it against you. The worst thing in the world is to try and confide in someone and then they get a sense of anger and then they want to repeat what hurt you. That's not good.
Mm.
So that's how people, you try and be vulnerable to people and they use it against you.
Mm.
Just like, I witnessed something during Super Bowl time. Some people got into a difficult argument or something.
Mm.
And one of the persons said something hurtful that the person experienced when they were young. Like,
Mm.
that's why this happened when you were this age.
Wow.
Nobody knew, but then everybody knew then. So you don't go back and fight fire with fire. you know it's just gonna make it bigger. So now that situation which you probably shared in confident or in private with that person, they use it against you. That's why people don't be vulnerable to their feelings. If they love you, a lot of people won't even say it. They won't say I love you because they have that fear of using that word, because some people take love and run with it.
And that's a thing with the pillow talk too. That's why men shouldn't do a lot of pillow talking, because um a lot of relationships come to an end, unfortunately. And as soon as it come to an end, and if you're a dude that can't keep a relationship um 5 weeks, you don't need to be telling people all your business when you get with them. Because next thing you know, they're going to be like, oh, don't you know that dude? He do this and he do that. And, and don't you think Jokers ain't going to do it to you? He
Mm-hmm.
does say, who raised these people? He said, aren't you the older generation? You know what? When you said that, you remind me of the comedian. What's his name? I can't think. He be talking about who raised you. I can't think of his name, but I know he's like 63 years old now. But uh, I
What's
can't
his
think of his,
race?
huh?
What's his race?
He black. He
Uh-uh.
always say, "Who raised you?" He got his own little podcast now. Just say, "Who raised you?" And then he gonna pop up right there.
DK Kirkland.
Yep. So he remind me when he said it, because he be always talking about old school, and I understand exactly what he be meaning when he mean old school. Because a lot of people don't realize, like when you old school, you was raised very different, and I think the different thing I was raised with is harder for people, even when they old school, to understand what I'm trying to put into, a child or anybody who comes up around me, and, that I'm putting out something different. Sometimes people so used to these days of these weak kind of dudes, just go along, get along, don't don't make the woman mad, that happy wife, happy life type dude mentality, like long as I keep her happy, don't make her mad. If you got that type of thing where, you know, it should be a thing in there where the two people not trying to make each other mad. It's not one person trying to satisfy one person's, you know, um, ego or something. You know what I'm saying? And I think once two people learn each other, they should know what type of person that they got with that they dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a lot of things, we don't understand, what happens. Okay, come on with result.
You're right. They say he loves me is why he's beating me. I'll be like, no, you're the best he ever had, and you made him popular. So if he lost you, his feelings like he feels like he's has
Lost his
lost
life.
his life. Okay, he feel like he has lost his life. Okay.
Oh, so it's like a pimp trying to control his junk so she won't leave because that's the last junk he got left. You know how like they said pimps be having 2, 3 women, but like he trying to keep a stronghold on a woman so bad. I think that you can't do that. I think if a woman wants out from you, you got to let them go. I mean, you got to let them go because you don't want to be. I would never want to be a person that a woman would say 10, 20 years, like, because I see, like, I was reading down a comment one time and it was like, how many women that wasted so many years on a nothing ass nigga and then they just going, oh, yeah, 23 years of this, 24 years of this, and this, and I'd be like, that sounds like you slow and stupid for putting up with something 20 years or something and you didn't like it. That's when I hear this wasted time. I don't realize you was alive. You're alive to talk about these type of things too. So a lot of that, it kind of get me strange when you put yourself in a situation that you hate. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to waste 20, 25 years with somebody and then you come away hating them more than you like them, man. I think that part on stuff like that too. Come on with it.
So what are you putting out that's different, sir? Name specifics.
Dang, what I was talking about when I said that. What were we talking about there?
Ask that person what they're asking you.
Let's see, what
Ask
are
them
you
to be specific.
different, sir? Name specific. I had to think about that one. Good. Why are you not married but know so much?
Guys asking that kind of question.
That might be. I don't know if there's a guy out there.
You've been saying big dog like it's a guy,
Oh,
so
no,
I
no,
thought
no,
that
no,
was a
no. He
guy.
said incognito on purpose. I don't
Oh,
know. I don't know.
well, you were addressing
um,
earlier. You were saying big dog, so I thought it was
let's
somebody you
see.
knew like a guy.
Why I'm not married? To me, the only reason I'm not married is I felt
Yeah.
like I was being smart. She said she's a female. She said I'm a female. Incognito on purpose is a female. Okay. Okay, but okay, why I'm not married? I just felt like when I was in and out of relationships and around and listened to women a lot, it seems like you couldn't make them happy.
Mm.
And as I was coming up, every now and then, a woman might be happy, but it's for a little while, not for a long while. It's like, it's always that kind of what have you done for me lately type thing. So it's always like the man had to up his game, but I didn't think it was on the other side the same because, you know, um every woman that told me they love me eventually left. So so it's kind of hard to say that you smart or dumb, but because I look at what if I go through getting married and like you said, being with somebody who really don't like you or don't love you in that type of way and somebody's miserable with you. I just think that gives a woman an easy out if you don't, because I feel like the contract of marriage don't benefit men. That's probably the most reason why I'm not. It's not that you're scared of marriage. You're more scared of divorce. And I always said that from day one that I was never scared of marriage. It's scared of divorce. It's scared of getting with somebody and then either they try to take you for half or they really wasn't really into you, or it takes so long to get separated from a person. And I just feel like if you don't put that contract in there, if somebody want to leave, they can just say, "Hey, I don't want to fuck with you no more." You be like, "Oh, okay, cool," you know. That
Well, if you chose to get married, there are things out there to protect you where nobody will get half.
nah,
So don't let that just be an issue. Just say
nah,
you don't
no.
want
I'm saying no. That's illusion. Yeah,
oh,
no. What reason I'm saying that is once you get married, it can protect you from what you already have, not what you're gonna get. Because like
oh,
once
you
you
saying like you're
once
gang
you
like
with somebody,
if you become a
everything that
millionaire,
yeah,
if you
no, I'm
become
saying
a millionaire,
not like that. It wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if I got with somebody then became a millionaire. But I'm saying like say like everything that you gain after you get married, if she contributing in it or not, you still got to split it with them. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people in marriages, and like you said, they going two separate ways. One person want to do dance this way, the other person want to dance that way. And I feel like if somebody, if they made a better contract with marriage, I think more people would get married if they. I remember back in the day, what's that radio host? I think he be in New York or something, but the black radio host, he said they should have a contract that you can get out of marriage every 3 to 7 years or something like you had to renew it every 3 years or every 7 years or something.
Like
And
you would do a driver's license.
right and said you could just be like out of this if you don't renew it or something. Some stuff they said like that. So I think you got to read because guess what? They shouldn't even make a divorce. If you really want to help marriage out, make it where you can't get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? I think if you make it where it's not a divorce, and then I think more people get married. If you divorce, the only way you can marry somebody else is the other person dead, gone. Shoot, because that's what they're saying, and when they get married, to death do you part. So if goddamn it, the only way you can marry somebody else is the person that you was married to die, and boom, that'll stop a whole lot of BS marriages. Come on with it.
I didn't understand that comment, but I get it now, sort of, kind of.
All right, what is it?
Sorry, I'm out of here working and I mistyped. Okay.
Oh, it's all great, big dog. It's
I
so
kind of I kind of straightened it out.
okay. He knows who this is.
He knows.
Lady or street woman.
Ladies are street women.
All right, come on with it.
So when you were speaking of your old school values, such as a happy life, happy wife type of thing, um, as that is an old school principle, right? So the question is, what principles do you adhere to that's different, that's not pertaining to the old school happy wife, happy life?
I don't think that's an old school principle because I think when they came up with that, there's something in the middle somewhere because I think old school, everything was catered around the man. If you just look at old school, like men had the right to discipline their wives back in the day. Um, it was kind of it was very different. I mean, women didn't talk to me in a certain kind of way like they talk to them now. It was a lot more respect back then. It probably was a lot more uh, it might have been a lot of more women that feared their husbands or something like that. That probably is not going on now because they know they shoot the shit out of them now, whatever. But I mean, like, I don't feel like the happy wife thing. I think it came in the middle somewhere. That was in the middle. Like I think it was old school 50s, 60s, and I think 70s was 70 to 80, right up in there. It was a happy wife, happy life type thing with the Bill Cosby show or something. You know what I'm saying? I think it came in right up in that area somewhere. All right, come on with it. She said so.
So is no woman in the world good enough for you, is what you're saying?
Oh, nah, that ain't what I'm saying. That ain't what I'm saying. Nah, that is not what I'm saying. Come on
Oh
with
wow, that's kind of personal.
it.
Rizzo said, I'm putting down some providing tips here, and the women can't handle that. They start saying things like, look, just because you're doing all this for me doesn't mean you run me. I never said I did. They're crazy.
Um, yeah, but see, women don't realize when they start getting providing. When a man start providing, he gonna have like if he paying rent or he paying bills or whatever, he gonna have a level of feel like a little bit of control. Like he can say, "Hey, cook me something to eat," or something, like to say something. And I think any woman should be able to do that anyway. But I'm sure there's a man out there right now saying, "Baby, cook me something." She like, "Get up and cook it yourself, motherfucker." You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure it's out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure.
Mm.
All right, come on with it.
So you're scared of losing or sharing your assets, pertaining to you talking about the marriage stuff.
No, yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I guess you're more scared of losing something you work hard for a temporary thing. Like I said, if they made it where marriage, it wasn't a divorce or it wasn't no what's that new no fault divorce and all that. If it wasn't so easy to get a divorce, um I don't think men would be scared of marriage, but most of the men that's getting married sometimes, if both of y'all ain't got much or something like that, or the woman have more than the man, I think them the kind, that kind might work out a sort of bit. But usually all the marriage I've seen that kind of work out pretty good is, the man is, more dominant most time. What is that? Not marriage renew. What that is?
She said, not marriage renewal. What you was talking about, the comedian that said if they did the marriage renewal thing,
Oh
it would
yeah,
be,
yeah,
get higher.
yeah. What's up, DD up into his house? Um, Yeah. Oh, let me jump to the next subject. Let's jump to the next subject. Come on with it.
So living fake lives on social media. We kind of covered that a little bit earlier. People have these lavish way of living and they
Mm,
place it on social media like this life is so great this way.
okay.
And
Boom. I done jumped on you like that. Dude. Come on with it. Yeah. Come on with that one.
past traumas.
Mm. That can be past traumas equal baggage.
Exactly.
Stuff that done happened to you in the past that's affecting the now and the future. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of that goes on, a lot of stuff that happens in people's past that affects them right now. How they move, how they see things, how they see relationships,
Yep.
all the above.
That's true.
Okay.
I have nothing to say.
Let me click on the next one then. Pow! Come on with it.
Neglecting quality time together. It is what it is. No time, no quality time.
Well,
Failing to dedicate enough time or attention to be in a relationship with this person. Or enough time to go check on your family members. Then they die. You the first one at the funeral, like, oh, I missed them. I missed them. Did you go and check on them while they were alive?
you know what?
Did you spend tea with them?
I think I think that's a false narrative there because quality time. I think in real relationships, real marriages, quality time can be. I remember I had a partner, and he used to devote 2 days a week to his girl. I don't know if they was married at the time. I don't know, but I know they had a daughter, and I remember, not to call him on a Sunday. I don't know if it was a Saturday. It might have been a Friday or something, but I know it was a Sunday. Couldn't get him on a Sunday. She had him on lockdown every Sunday, this and that. And then it's like one day she just up, while he was at work, whatever, took everything, took the child, all that, and moved out. And I seen how that came, brung him down a little bit, brung him down a little bit. But I was like, big dog, did you see it coming? I mean, did you see anything? This that,
Any signs?
and I think it might have been because he got a shop. Women come up to the shop and this and that, and I can't say that it was that she felt like he was cheating or something, but I just knew it was like he took good care. He was making real good money. You know what I'm saying? And and it just shocked me because like I started seeing more stuff happen like this. More people that was, together with people and they just up and bam. See, I'm gonna tell you right now, out of 50 couples right now, I would say 39 women would leave they man if they was financially able and stable with a good car, good another house. If somebody wasn't there, I mean, I don't believe a lot of ladies stay very emotionally there on a lot of what's now. That's why there's so many divorces, and that's why 80% of divorces are filed by women. That same standpoint, of I don't think women have the same level of patience for men that they say they got. Um, um, it seemed kind of crazy, but I just don't, you just don't see it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You don't really, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's crazy to think about it, but it's true. It's a lot of stuff going on that we just don't know.
Right.
There they are. Knew that one would come.
People make time for who and what they want to make time for. I agree.
No,
Whatever they want to make time for, they
think
make time for. Both sides, both men and women. Yes, we do.
I think I think people make time for things that make them happy. So sometimes,
So if you're not in that time, that means you're
sometimes,
not happy.
sometimes in a relationship, the relationship part sometimes don't make a woman happy. Being in the relationship might make them happy, but being with the person in the relationship is like opposite attract. It's like you got men out here and you got men, even some of these men that sit at the stove half of the day and go to the bar and all that. Some of them in the longest and best relationship, and they see they woman 3 hours at night or something, or this and that. No, I'm just saying. I'm saying like a lot of people feel like, oh, we need to go do the same thing, and we need to go to the game together. We need to go here together. A lot of men, I even be shots out to the barber man. I don't like to call no names right now, but I was looking at him and his relationship, and I know, he get off, he do things all day, work on house, this and that, then he go cut hair and this and that. I mean, I know he know who I'm talking about, but but he does all that, and even when he see his woman at night, he told me his woman go out and she go out and have her wine, hang out with her friends, go shopping and do all her thing. And he cuts hair, to the almost to the middle of the night and go home at 8, 9 o'clock. And then when he go home, it ain't like he go home and he's baby, let's do this. He go home and he get on the Madden and play the game when he get home. And so it's like you can't really say that they got to do the same thing for it to work, because that's really the opposite. When people have their own separate lives that they live in that make them happy, they can come together and still have a nice bond. Because people don't realize family is about the babies, about the children, it's about duty and responsibility. As long as he doing his responsibility and she doing her responsibilities and this and that, it's still gonna work. It's when they stop wanting to do certain things and feel like, oh, this lifestyle, this person over here got should be our lifestyle. And that's when I think relationships fall, when everybody's trying to make their lifestyle like somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
understand. Yeah. Yeah, because I think that's like the worst thing you could try to do. Come on with it.
So getting along. That's just what you were saying. You
Yeah.
have your way of working and doing what you do. You come home and you decide to play your game, but your significant other is there. It's okay. Y'all know how to get along. You know that this is his piece or his downtime. So you just chill out on it. You know she goes shopping this day or whatever, this time with the girls or do what they do, chill and hang out. You shooting pool or doing
And
whatever you do,
and
then
guess
you
what? And guess what? That's one thing we don't talk about no more. Half of the relationship is tinted on getting along. And people don't realize if you can't get along with a person, it don't matter what, like some people call getting along is staying out of each other way. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And sometimes getting along is having your own life where you don't feel like their life, like without them, like you said, if you go to the game or whatever, without your man being at the game with you, you feel incomplete because it didn't happen when we came up. Our daddies worked all the time. Our mamas and the children, we went to the grocery store together and all that old type of stuff. It wasn't no the daddy and the mama and the child at the grocery store every time. It wasn't like that. And we
Yeah.
need to stop this shit that we think we grew up in this type of era where the mama and daddy and child and everybody went to the store together. That did not happen.
Yeah.
When I came up, I don't never remember one time me, my mom, and my daddy was in a store shopping together. I don't remember. Maybe I was too young or whatever, but I still don't remember. I don't even remember nobody talking about it. I ain't never seen a picture of them in the store together or whatever. But I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I done seen them on vacations together and other stuff, but I have never seen them in a store, or a grocery store. Even as I came up, I never, when I went to the grocery store and you in that, you didn't see like the mom or what's the name of it, maybe the baby. Like if both of them were taking a little baby, one holding the baby, one grabbing stuff or something. But once that child got to walking around and this and that and acting crazy, I just seen mamas running around the store whooping ass. And, I'm going to tell your daddy when I get home. That's what I heard. I didn't hear no daddy, hey, get from over there by them dresses. I didn't hear that. Cause my bad tail child, I remember running through stores, and I don't remember none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we got to look at that part. It's all getting along, and I think that's the relationships got to start off with getting along, trying to get along, or something. Cause I don't think it's happening enough. What you think
Yeah.
about that part? To
I
get
mean,
along. Yeah.
I we're not getting along.
All right, come on with it. Ooh.
Incompatible personalities.
Uh,
It's good, not always that it have to happen, but it's a good thing that you can complement each other. Even in your look, your way of being or acting, like for instance, you're so loud and they're so subtle. You know, you have too aggressive attitudes, then it may clash. So being compatible in your personalities, you don't want to just clash.
and I think about that because I feel what you're saying because um sometimes the man is out there, sometimes the woman is out there, and the man is kind of like more quiet, more you know
Hmm.
more
And she
reserved.
loud and going off all the time. You have to be able to compromise or to see eye to eye. Different personalities, that make it difficult to compromise. You can't
Yeah,
come to no compromising position at all. You
yeah.
won't see eye to eye. Everything gonna be a debate. You're always having a problem, an issue. You do it that way, I do it that way too. You have to have fundamentally differences. Just
Yeah,
like me.
yeah. I can get that. I can get that. I can get that. I'm trying to think anything I can throw in there with that, but I'll be done. I'll be done. Figure out something like. I say the personalities um have to match. I think two very strong-willed people is hard for that type to stay together. I think somebody got to have the little, go ahead, okay, you can run some, or or whatever. Nah, Pat say you don't have to compromise, and that's right. If you got the right person, you ain't got to compromise. But if you got the wrong person, you better learn how. Or it gonna be some shit shaking in this book. Okay, come on with it. That next. Come on, read that right quick though.
That said, you just have to want to be together more than you want to break up. Some people never give in to compromise.
Mm,
Hello.
mm. Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Sometimes, yeah, you right. And I feel him on that because what he's saying is two people can not see the eye to eye on something. And I'm gonna give it the perfect thing. The woman might have voted for Kamala, and the man might have voted for Donald Trump. And that's in this their age now, that is like the opposite. People that broke up for less. You know what I'm saying? But say if I ever see a person and they got on their shirt, I voted for Kamala, and the other one say I voted for Donald Trump, and they together, any relationship can work. Because if you can have differences like that and you can work that out, oh, y'all the one. Because that's the same thing when you see a Lakers fan and the lady a Lakers fan, or the man like and the husband a Celtics fan, and they got a half a mat on their damn thing, got Celtics on one half of the mat and Lakers on the other half of the mat, and they be like, Lakers and Celtics, they got half a jersey on or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But well, that's what leads to the next topic, different life values. So you having different opinions on important matters like political, religion, how you go to church, your lifestyle choices. Just
right.
like you're saying, if you're choosing the sports team or whatever, whatever you have, even if you're Greek or not, you do a split. I respect what you got going on. You respect what I got going on. So you're entitled to have different opinions on things,
Right.
whether you vote for Kamala or you voted for Trump. If you can come to a pleasant ground and you can have and believe what you believe, and the other person can go the other way, you have to be able to have different life values, to just even discuss, to even have a conversation when you can't even just talk about it. It's a fight. So if Trump and Kamala broke up marriages and relationships because of who won, then it wasn't anything anyway.
Mm.
But you have had people angry. So
Well, that's a good one. That's a good take. Go ahead.
lack of effort to understand and compromise with one another. That's just what we were just talking about.
Ooh,
You have to have a coping mechanism.
I like this one. Go ahead.
Lack of respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not valuing each other's opinions or their boundaries or their feelings. Like somebody tell you, I don't like when you do da da da. Oh, that ain't nothing. You shouldn't even worry about that. That means you ignore what I told you, how I don't like this or that. So that means how I feel is invalid to you. You don't care anything about it.
But then that might be what Patrick said about not compromising too.
Right. Maybe he's
But
saying,
not compromising still can work.
it can, but you just gotta want to work on this thing, but still, I'm saying in the midst of this, you have to keep respect for each other and each other boundaries.
Okay, I'm saying, come on. Oh, my bad. Hold on. I ain't tap it hard enough.
Feeling threatened or insecure by the other person's success or their relationship or the relationships. It's some people that see you working on a relationship, you're getting along. They have a problem with your success. Or they see you making money, moving along. They have a problem with your success. You building, you growing. They have a problem. They're going to check in every now and then to see if you decided to fail or if something not working. Not that they even care or to boost it or to encourage it, but just to be a hater. I'm sure you know a lot of people like that. You still working on cars? You still building houses? Oh man, okay. You still in a relationship? Oh man, okay. They check back. Has it failed yet? Has your business failed yet? That's what people they're called haters.
Well, or you can look at it in another way as they very much trying to be concerned too, and just asking questions. So sometimes you don't know the person, the true haters and, the haters that's hating on you.
Until they decide to hate.
Yeah. So you be like, oh, yeah, what? Because you'll know. You'll know that.
Yeah, you'll know. And if you ignore it, that's up to you, but you would know.
But I don't think you can know it just by certain, them asking you certain questions sometimes.
Well, you would know how a person.
You ain't seen a person in a while. They might be just being nosy. They might be just nosy.
Listen, even if you hadn't seen a person in a while, when people hear things, believe you me, if they want to see your growth, yes, some people do check on your growth. How's your business going? Are you still working towards this or that? Good, great, blah, blah, blah. How your relationship going? Oh, y'all still together working? I love it. Have you ever gotten a congratulations on anything that you've done on business wise or personal wise? Then you know what the person is there for. So it is what it is. But I understand what you're saying though.
Sometimes like two things can be true. You know what I'm saying? Like a person can be checking on you and they could be hating on you at the same time. But they can be caring, it can be the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like it can,
they can be really genuinely concerned.
Yeah. So sometimes you got to not say, oh, they did this, and then, oh, it put them to the side, like, oh, they trying to do this, oh, they trying to get in
No, but if a person being negative, I'm sure you can feel it. If they just call and check on you, like for instance, I have friends call every now and then, just checking on me, it'll be years and you decide to call to check on me because I'm not a person that changed my number, like talking about. So people still have my number. So if you decide to call, just seeing what's up, how you doing, da da da. Okay, that was genuine. Nobody's all in your business, how this working, what you doing, da da da. Just saying hi. It's people out there that are genuinely concerned, like, are you still doing this type of business? How that business going for you? They may be trying to see, like, if it's working a certain way for you this way, what can make me come up? Or what can help me build minds to do, you never know. But you'll feel if negativity is in it. So that's all to it.
I think, I'm listening to you, but I think sometimes we try to read more into it. Yeah. And I think like if somebody came to me and they started I would look at it more as sometimes nosiness, but then at the same time,
They may
like
be
I know,
genuinely checking
no,
on you.
I know what I'm gonna answer and what I'm not gonna answer. So I
Oh,
mean, like they can ask 1,000 questions. If I don't want to answer but three, I'm gonna give them 3.5 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, if you feel like they going a certain place, yeah, it ain't got to be answered like this. Like, like
right.
certain thing people, add like if somebody start asking you, oh, how much money you got now? Or how many cars? It's like certain
Mhm.
stuff be triggered. Be like,
How much you make a month now? How much you be bringing in?
We don't talk about the account stuff. We ain't never talk about the account stuff. You know what I'm saying? But people, you have people that's really genuine, happy for you.
Yeah.
But and then I'm starting to learn how to try to just even when dudes that's working with me around me, just trying to be around people with that got a just got a good attitude. You know what I'm saying? A positive attitude because just like shouts out to my partner that will buried this Saturday. When your own friend or somebody that do something to you, you got to start watching out really your surroundings, your people. You know how quickly a person close to you that can get mad at you and then turn from liking you to almost hating you instantly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm starting to realize, like, every now and then you get people around you that got a bad mentality that you just got to weed them out. And you just can't be around them type of people, and no matter how much you wish you could deal with them like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, damn, I'm trying to hit it with my finger. Come on.
Setting healthy boundaries. You thought you was on something else. You gotta upgrade.
I still ain't gonna want to tap on my computer.
You need to upgrade.
I still
Setting
ain't.
healthy boundaries. That's like you have to clearly define what is acceptable and unacceptable behaviors in any relationship you have with somebody. I know a guy, a man, he hate for guys or people in general, whatever your race, he hate for them to use the N word. That's a trigger for him. Don't say that word. Stop saying it. That's crazy. But I know people that use it all the time.
Yeah.
But there are people that have used it in their present. But if they say it, he clearly set that boundary. Don't say that word around me. Wait till you leave me. Then you can say it all you want. But in my presence, stop. Set
Yeah.
those boundaries.
Yeah.
Don't be calling me no B word. You can't even play like saying, how the best friends like, yeah, they do that to each other, women. Don't do that to me. Don't say that to me. Don't, have to set your boundaries of how
Yeah. You
somebody
right
speaks
about
to
that.
you,
I
how
don't
they
like
act around you.
that B word. You right about that. Yeah, I ain't never like that B word. And I guess that's the same reason I don't say that to women. It don't matter how mad they'll get at me or whatever. It's just a word I just don't like.
Oh, good.
That's what I call fighting words.
I know so.
Some words are just fighting words. What you say, huh? Hold on, player.
What if they say the we AB?
Huh?
What if they say the we AB, like WAB? They call the men. You hear a lot of, I've heard females call men the weak AB.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
I've seen that. I'm
Well,
like,
well,
wow.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I've never. Only thing I done heard a woman say twice. that they try to do the acting like one a bee.
Acting like a bee?
Yeah. You know,
They
I don't
said, oh,
I
they
done
said like
heard
you're acting like one.
that. Right,
Okay, indirectly
right,
saying that.
right,
Okay.
right, right, right. Where and that's just like it almost come off like you saying it. You know what I'm saying? And it was enough for me to just not be around them people no more. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I know me. So I'm like, unless I want to go to jail, you know, that's how sometimes I have to look at it.
Oh,
Unless you want to go to jail, you might want to not have these people as your friend because they're going to mess around and say something. They're going to make you do something. You know what I'm saying? So I think I try to, I really don't like people to do a lot of, I put it this way, um, I cuss a little, um, around the wrong people, I can cuss more. But
wait a minute. Say what? You say you curse a little?
yeah, and
Okay.
around the wrong people, I can cuss more. So it's like I don't really try to um get into that back and forth thing because I know that it's destruction. You know, it's not gonna work out well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last but not least, go ahead with it.
Bad people make bad choices.
And when it all boils down to it, who raised you? By T.K. Kirkland. Uh and that's basically a lot of things. Like the person who raised you is putting more stuff in than you did, you know. And that's what I realized, like even when my dad is around certain boys when they were young and when I see him turn turning over these different boys, it's like he done had like 4, 5 different group of boys where he done raised them all the way through their life, you know, till they became a teenager, you know, grown. And all of them then turned out good. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're instilling a certain type of thing into a child, you know what I'm saying, it's a good product. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I think sometimes people don't look at when they raising something, they don't look around them and see how poorly sometimes other stuff was raised. You know what I'm saying? Like they might say, "Oh, yeah, oh, it should be like this here," but then you have to say, "What's the proof in the pudding? How did
Right.
you raise yours? Is yours like this here? Is yours like this here? Did you? You know what I'm saying? Like to order to say how good you know how to do something, it have to be proof in the pudding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A
Right.
lot of people are claiming that they doing a good job or something. And I say, with who? You know, like man, people be like, oh yeah, I'm a great woman and this and I'm like, who? Where your man at? I missed something. I thought you were singing. You were saying something? Oh, okay. You know, because you be like, who you being good to? So I think it's a lot of times, you know, like just like a person saying, "Oh yes, I'm a good chef," and you be like, "When the last time you cooked?" Oh, it was like 20 years ago, but I'm telling you, I can throw it down. You know, you be like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? So, it's like we looking around and people are propping themselves up to being something that they not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the worst part about a lot of things, you know, like people will come, you know, put themselves and will, I don't. I never see people talk down on themselves, and you never really hear, a lot of ladies or a lot of men that talk down on themselves. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm this. I'm so good at this." You don't see it, and I think what we got to realize is, um, it's a lot of bad people raising good children. It's a lot of good people raising bad children. Cause I'm telling you, I remember, back in the day, everybody be like, "Oh, your mama mean," like other people, mama mean and this and that and blah blah blah. And then they be like, that child making straight A's and this person doing this and doing that. And people don't realize, like, you might think that child mama was mean, but that child was standing on business. And people don't look at it like that when you standing on business. A lot of people will say how much they love their children, but feed their children slop and junk food. You feed them junk. And the reason they call it junk food, because there's no nutrients and there's nothing in there good for you. It's junk. So you will swear down that you're the best parent in the world or something, and you giving your child junk food every day that's fucking up their brain, fucking up their teeth, fucking up it. And when they got 8 teeth hanging out their mouth in a minute, and this and that, you gonna swear down like, I did a good job. No, you did not, because you didn't stand on business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, see, raising a person good is not trying to be that friend all the time, not trying to do what you think they want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people think they're better than what they think they are.
Yeah.
And they think they know how to do it, and everybody got the answers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, oh yeah, I raised 5 children. How many in jail? Tell me that. You know what I'm saying? You might have
Mm-hmm.
raised them, but how many of them doing good? How many of them drug free? How many of them like this? Tell me all the accolades. Okay, tell me what their dream was at 13 and what they end up in. Because let me tell you something. A lot of people try to tell me, all the time what it take to do this and what it take to do this. Oh yeah, I know what it take to do this, and oh yeah, this person gonna be this and gonna be that. And I've seen people baby kids and treat them all nice, and they think the world gonna do that to them.
Mm-hmm.
The world gonna stomp a mud hole in their ass when they get out here and think they deserve something just because they got them raised over here or got some nice shoes on or something. They sadly mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They sadly mistaken, and they get out here in the world and they get slapped like a Mack truck because all this here. All that old talking, all that old fuck everybody, all that shit don't work in the real world. You throw a finger sign at the wrong nigga, you get shot in the face. You know,
Just like that.
just like that. Your life ended just like that because you said fuck everybody. But you don't realize when you say fuck everybody starts saying fuck you too.
Right. They'll say it back.
And they say it back in a different way. No, I'm just being dead serious. We're not raising our kids in here to survival. It's like I was saying, like I know people hate for me to go to this, the wildlife channel and lions and this and that. How they raise lions, you see them fighting that all day and this and that all day. This is them getting hunting skills and gathering skills. That's why you see them running around. That's why when you see cats in your front yard running around chasing each other and this and that, they trying to. That's how they gonna chase bugs and rats and all this. Everything they learning is something learning them for life lessons. But we so bad that we don't want our children to cry, or we don't want them to whine, or this and that we let them miss out on life lessons. And life lessons will make that child shut up sometime because he learned, okay, this don't work. This crying and whining don't work. I got to try something different. And until you give them something different to try, they'll keep on trying to get it the easy way. And they're going to realize the world is not easy nowhere. When you go to prison and you got this old easy-minded mindset, next thing you know, you end up with something in your ass, walking around and you got dresses on and shit like this here. I'm just saying, like, people don't realize when you don't raise a child to go through fire, because every man have to walk through the fire to become manhood. There's no other way around it. We want them to walk through the little pot of, gold or the little yellow brick road and la 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 la. No, every man to get to this certain point, he got to walk through fire. He gonna see a lot. He gonna learn a lot. And he gonna start realizing, just like when people teach you what gonna teach you to keep you alive and what gonna have you to die. Emotional men die early because they don't know how to keep their cool. And they think they can move around like women. They think they can holler at other men and they think they can do stuff. No, this is not stuff you can do with other men. The same thing that women can do with other women, it cannot be done with men against men. This is how it go. It go from, how they say, 0 to 100 real quick out here in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we got to stop making it seem like being nice is a crime. Learning how to have good conversations is a crime. That's what a lot of the men don't have, conversation. You know why they can't conversate with other men? Because they can't even conversate with their mama. They can't even conversate with their own family members. They so emotional. Oh, I want to talk no more. Oh, yeah, my phone. All this old shit. We raising big ass babies. We ain't raising men to go through the fire. Raising men to have cavities and be whiners. Whine about the world. That's why we got people out here protesting. I was sitting there saying the other day, these folks can't possibly be go-getters, because how can you have time to protest and then still pay your bills? You can't have no job. You can't do something. You know what I'm saying?
One or the other.
Like something is wrong. I ain't got time to look. Even when the Black Lives Matter and they were going ripping up the city, I ain't got time to be doing all that. If you actually out here trying to get something, now when you want somebody to give you something, that's when you go to whine. That's when you have to complain about every little thing that's going on, except for pulling up your bootstraps and getting out here and making it happen for yourself. And that's what we got to start teaching our children, how to put on their boots and pull up their britches and get out here and make it.
Not the britches.
Yeah. Okay. What all you got? What all you got for? Read that last line.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We will see you all next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, in the words of us, good night. Good night.
Trip out big splash, baby, you can see it.
I hope everybody had a good show and all that good stuff. Peace. That's a good night and all that good stuff.
Right.
Go on till I'm 6 feet, I'm full on repeat. Popping something for the emergency. Paying word, they ain't know the need. Gotta get back. Go down till I'm 15. A pocket full on repeat. Strong, a pocket full on repeat. Gotta count up and I've been down. Picture going about 100 miles. Battle room can't miss now. Standing tall, ready always on go. Taking me to pin town. P.O. said slow down, so I come away and I skip town. 16 was on the age, there's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said you wide, no 10 tile. Me like a man, even if your eyes don't bear to me. Dressed down like I had a 6 with a shimmy, nigga, that's a powerful. Don't be worried about a straw, dude. Use you and I'm a do I. So the boy got a paint job with a clip coat and some fall guy. The girlfriend even took a beat, I was fresh meat, no clip fire. Kimmy went and Beyonce put a ring on it in the lunch line.
And we'll see y'all next week, next Tuesday. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And peace. We out of here.